Hello and welcome to That Happens, a podcast where things happen. I don't know. This should be called What's Happening. That probably is a podcast already, if I had to guess.
It was a TV show back in the 80s. It was a mostly black cast TV show called What's Happening.
Well, that's perfect for us.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up. I'm going to see if it's a podcast.
You're probably too young. You don't remember Rerun? He wore a red beret and he was kind of heavy set and he had suspenders and he would do up rocking like it's kind of, if you watch Jason Sudeikis ever do his hip hop dancing on or kind of breakdancing stuff on SNL or Ted Lasso, I think he's kind of doing Rerun from What's Happening.
Yeah, I don't know Rerun specifically, but I know like that the character of Rerun is something that got referenced by adults in media when I was growing up. So it's like a concept that I knew was out there, but I had no clue what it was.
And I forget if it was him or one of the other sidekick characters who would go, "Hey, hey, hey!" That was his catchphrase. So yeah, when I was in junior high school, it was all about what's happening. Hey, speaking of happenings, welcome Happuccinos to That Happens. It's good to be back.
You just muted yourself, bro.
I did? What? Oh shit!
You said, "Speaking of happenings, what?" And then
all right, I'm back. I didn't touch anything. How is that possible?
Kevin might have done it somehow with his diabolical machinations.
Kevin has been out to get me from the very beginning of this podcast, you guys.
I claim innocence.
There's Kevin. Hello, Kevin. You're all alive. COVID didn't get you. And now you've gone mad with power, and you're just remote muting me in the middle of some of my hilarious podcasting monologues.
I heard that's actually one of the many symptoms of COVID is that you end up accidentally muting people left and right. So.
Yeah, but with malice aforethought, it's not like it's not a subconscious thing. It's actually a malicious situation. For those of you who are watching this feed, Spencer, answer me this. Did your room get more lavender and more pinkish? Did Cali Kazoo, your roommate, come in and give you an Earl Scheib paint job? Because your place is very... Oh, you're doing filters. Now it's green? Okay.
No, I got different... what do you call them? I got these hue lights. I realized at some point that I only have like 2 or 3 lights in my room. And those are basically the only room lights I control in the whole house. But... and there's like a 3-pack of hue lights that's like $100 or something. So like a year or 2 years ago, I bought them, being all like, "Hey, this is a perfect fit for my room," and they're pretty fun. I gotta say, like when I'm streaming and stuff, having really bright backlights can be a problem. So like being able to turn them down to like a dim kind of color kind of helps the, I don't know, white balance or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I've lived in my place for a long time right now. I rent this place, and I still, the only reason why there's stuff on the walls behind me is because of COVID and because of Zoom meetings. Otherwise, I live like a Quaker. There's very little stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff, and so I kind of like clean walls. But on camera, white walls is really depressing. It looks like I live in an insane asylum. And can I bitch up more about my life falling apart?
Sure.
Because I think I said before, since March of 2019, I have not been to my dry cleaners one time. And I used to go there weekly. And so, as I said before, I'm sure they think I have died in a horrible COVID-related accident. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have gone out of business because I spent a whole lot of money there. Occasionally, I will put on a suit for occasions such as this. At least 3 of my favorite suits have moth holes in them now.
Oh, no.
And strangely, you know where the moths like to eat first, Spencer?
Your dick.
My butt. They go right for the butt. So you can't leave the house. If a moth was on my dick, I say if your dick is small enough to fuck a moth, why live? But these moths are eating the butts out of my pants. That's a Greg Pripps joke. Well, it's a modified Greg Pripps joke.
I say if your dick is small enough to fuck a moth, why not? You know what I'm saying? Get in there.
Well, I mean, if that's all you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moths.
Have you seen moths around your house, around your place?
No. No, you don't see them, but they love wool.
Oh, I do.
Oh no, I did see one. I saw one little white motherfucker. Episode title. I mean,
That's gonna be hard to translate in text, but I love that. That's
true.
Great.
Moth or fucker.
Moth dash or fucker. Yeah, that works.
I wanted to make a movie about Mothra called Mothra Fucker. I say if your dick is big enough to fuck Mothra, then you're fucking. You have a career in porn.
Yeah.
I think Mothra would be the last Japanese monster from the monster movies that I would go for. I'm trying to think one that I would want. I don't know. Where was I going? Oh, moths are eating the butts out of my pants.
Sure.
And then I get into my shower today, which is kind of a special occasion because normally I'm a 1 or 2 shower a day sort of guy back in the old days. Now showers are like Halley's Comet. I take one every 76 years. Or 67? I don't know how many.
67.
I haven't been taking as many showers as normal, and yet today my shower completely clogged and it almost overflowed out of the edge. And then I get out of the shower early so I don't flood the bathroom. And my bathtub is also filled up. It's backed up everything. And I don't know. I haven't gone to the grocery store in like 2 months. Mm-hmm. I've just been living on beans. No, that's not true. I don't know. I used to have ambition, sort of. I used to care about my appearance. I've just gone to shit.
You look great, Jeff.
Shit. Thank you, but you haven't seen the bottom half of me. It's just my ass is covered in moths.
Yeah, well, you know what's important. I've been dealing with moths since this, maybe not before the pandemic, but like this whole pandemic, I've been dealing with moths, and I'm not seeing them, Jeff. I'm seeing them. They're flying around my room. Like sometimes I get like 3 or 4 a day. The second I see a moth, I'm like a fucking cat, man. I'm just on it and I'm chasing it around the room because if it leaves my sight, I know it's going to be like laying eggs, and probably if I'm seeing it, it's probably already laid eggs or something. But so I've been so good at being able to just catch moths out of the sky and just straight up murder them because I can't let a living moth go free at all. That's the best I can do. And there's not really too much.
Can you do me a favor and just I'll pay you for this? Could you come over to my place and just live in one of my closets for like a weekend and just go on moth patrol?
That could be cool. I've learned a lot about moths, though, and that they have this very long life cycle where they stay as eggs or whatever for like the most, like for over 60 days. And so if you see a moth, you don't know if your moth problem is increasing or decreasing until like 2 months later. And it fucking sucks. There's just not much you can do. Like you can't gas for them. I asked an exterminator and they say they just put like wood, cedar planks, like these wood chips.
Yeah.
And,
cedar.
Lavender too, but that doesn't kill them. They just don't like it. But they don't like it, but they can't get out of my house. So what are they supposed to do?
Well, I've been thinking I should mothball my place, even though I don't like the smell of mothballs. And I know about cedar chips and stuff, and planks, whatnot. So why am I not doing that? I'm just slowly. All my suits are going to be gone, or not gone, but just I'll have holes in the butt.
Yeah, well, I think they say that mothballs can cause cancer or something. I would be mothballing, but they're poisonous to cats. So there's like a lot of stuff that I can't do because it's bad for cats. But otherwise, I would. Because that's one of the only things that kills them is mothballs. They actually kill them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just... Why? It's one of the few things in my life that I feel like like you've had the kind of extraordinarily mild depression. I'm lucky to say that I haven't suffered from extreme depression during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. But I go through waves of mild depression and sometimes mild anxiety. Nothing ever too big. But in moments when I was like, I'm gonna put a nice suit on, and I haven't worn this suit in a long time, and you take it out and. I'm afraid to look at the rest of my suits. It might be 80% of my suits have been screwed by moths, making buttholes in my suits. And I don't know, as good as my tailor is, I don't know that he can just patch.
Yeah, it's too small, right? Like it seems hard.
Yeah, but you're matching a pattern, like it's got like a little window pane check. God damn, I'm boring. I'm boring me, and that's impossible. I can talk to myself for hours on end, and now I'm depressing myself. I'm making things worse, is what I'm doing.
I just want to, this is a incredibly big waste of time, but I just want to go back to malice aforethought, because isn't that a great phrase? Like, are there any other kinds of aforethought, or is it like malice is the only one you hear?
Right. I mean, it's usually applied to murder cases where they did it with malice. It's a first-degree murder phrase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else can you do aforethought? I mean, I guess you can eat a sandwich aforethought because you had the wherewithal and the time to go in and make yourself a sandwich. You knew you were going to eat that sandwich when you were making it. That was sandwich aforethought.
Or if you eat your roommate's sandwich and they're like, "Oh no, I was just randomly hungry," and it's like, "No, you had hunger aforethought." This was a inside job.
Yeah. And when you masturbate, I call it phallus aforethought. That's stupid. Everybody, I apologize. I had 10 seconds to think up a funnier joke than that, and I just fucking blew it.
When I'm thinking of my little brother, that's Dallas aforethought. Is that something?
I'd forgotten that your brother was named after Texas.
Yeah,
Dallas aforethought sounds like that would be like, it's like Goodwill Hunting, and the guy's name is Will. But if there was a show called Dallas Aforethought.
What would that even be?
I don't know.
I'd watch it for sure.
I don't know. Well, I'd give it a chance. See, this is when one of those rare occasions where I truly do miss Dan Harmon. I'm kidding. I miss Dan just almost with every breath that I take, and every step that I take, and every cake that I bake.
Whoa!
But he would already have a pitch and a commercial for Dallas Aforethought.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say Dallas Aforethought. He is one of the greatest murder trial lawyers in Texas. And if you've committed murder one and you want to get off of the charge, his name is Dallas. No, he can't live in Dallas too. He lives in He lives in Fort Worth. He lives in Fort Worth. That's perfect. He lives near Dallas. He goes to the same airport as people from Dallas, and it's kind of like a Perry Mason, except with a really dumb pun name, Dallas Aforethought. Now I want to make this show happen.
It's at the very least it's a Channel 101 sketch.
Right. Kevin, I'm not going to do. If Kevin, I know you're busily devouring the giant calzone. But if you could,
did we find out what flavor it was?
Yeah, there was a lot of guessing, a lot of speculation about the calzone that Kevin felt guilty about eating during the show. And we're like, no, eat your calzone, but I want to know everything about this calzone because now you flung a craven on me. I need a calzone. What you got?
Olive, tomato, and garlic.
Ugh.
Olive, tomato, and garlic. Is there cheese in there? I'm reckoning there has to be cheese. Okay.
Yes.
Cheese. Oh, are you vegetarian?
Not strictly, but I was for a long time. Yeah,
that looks like if you took 4 pizzas, put them on top of each other, and ran over it with a tractor. That's what this looks like. That is enormous.
It does look run over.
You described Chicago food right there. Yes.
Holy fuck! That's a lot of carbs, Kevin. That would last me. I would be eating that for 3 days.
Yeah.
Are you
I was hoping it was peanut calzone.
Are you so Chicagoan, Kevin, that you can eat that whole thing in one go?
If I had to, yes.
Are you going to eat that whole thing in one go?
Probably yes.
Jesus Christ, that's
pizzas are. It's like pizzas are a weird food because it really is possible to eat more pizza than like any other food. You know, they really just like compress or something. Like it's crazy. You could just eat a whole pizza and it's like, what the fuck? What just happened?
I was going to ask you, Kevin, before we got off on the calzone tangent, which also might be a good episode title, the calzone tangent, which also sounds like some sort of particle physicist theory. Like that's like scientists are talking about, like he's disappeared. Where did he go? He might have been caught in the Calzone tangent. Starring Dallas Aforethought as Professor Calzone. Could you, Kevin, so I can pay attention to the fucking drivel that I'm currently doing right now, type in Dallas Aforethought with quotes and see if somebody's already onto this. Like, is there already a porn star or a tattoo parlor or something called Dallas Aforethought?
There was a headline in the Miami New Times from 1992 that is Dallas Aforethought about the movie JFK.
Oh, dumb! I mean, I love it. I love it, but it's oh god.
So it's a JFK movie, is what it is. That's what the title
Dallas
is.
Aforethought is. Yeah, it's a reimagining of the John F. Kennedy assassination, where I don't know, where Oliver Stone makes a shorter movie.
Yeah.
Have you been to Dallas? Either of you?
A couple times on business, yes.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the river?
There's probably a river. San Antonio's got a river. I think you might be thinking of San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm thinking of San Antonio.
Yeah. I don't want to offend our Texan or Dallas loving Hapachinos, but not my favorite town. There's a little cool arts area outside of it. There's a little arts district which is really groovy, and I like that. But I went and I took a walk from our hotel to Dealey Plaza, where JFK got it. And there's this very somber monument to it, like this kind of outdoor sculpture kind of thing. And I don't know why I did that the first thing in the morning, because I got up very early and wandered around Dealey Plaza and stood in the little sculpture garden thing. And became extraordinarily depressed, not because I was a giant JFK supporter, not because I have a lot of deep connection to that era. I wasn't alive. I hated Oliver Stone's movie. But I just got really sad. And then as I'm walking out of that little sculpture situation, there was a dead bird on the ground, and I cried. I had already become heavily saddened by the whole situation, and then also you're in Dallas and you'd rather be somewhere else, and you're like why Austin's not that far away, is it? Well, you wouldn't want to walk there, and there was a dead bird on the ground, and you very rarely see dead birds on the ground. They usually are eaten by other animals, bugs, and because they're so lightweight and made of feathers and hollow bones, they decompose like that. And if you see a dead bird on the ground, that means it probably just died. Like you were on the scene. And there was just this beautiful dead bird on the ground. And I just stood there, and I didn't like break down sobbing, but I just stood there and cried for a while. And I was like, this is a horrible way to start a day. Yeah. So fuck you, Dallas. That's Dallas Aforethought.
Yeah, well, it's someone like murdering the city of Dallas, maybe. Just taking it out.
Yeah, but here's how much I miss travel. I'd go to Dallas in a heartbeat right now. I wouldn't be my first choice, but I would go to Dallas.
What's your vax status?
I get my second jab in 2 days on the 11th, whenever this drops. So I guess when this airs, I will have been fully vaccinated. And I'm not sure how long on Pfizer. Do you guys know how long you have to wait after you get stuck with your second Pfizer?
I think they're saying 2 weeks. Are you gonna once you hit that 2 weeks? Do you think you might travel? I feel an itch to travel. I've had a no job for a long time, since a long time. I don't know. A time so long it'll make you go like, how is Spencer still alive? But I wanted to travel. Like I was like, this is the first time in fucking years I've not had a job, like not have anything like holding me, away from just kind of like tooting around for a while, and then the pandemic hit and it fucking sucks. Not that I would have done it anyway. It's just something I've been thinking about. I want to go to Nashville and try the Nashville chicken straight from the source, stuff like that.
We got it. Maybe we should just take a trip to Nashville and then we'll document you eating straight up hometown Nashville hot chick.
Yeah, maybe we do our first live show from Nashville.
That would be great.
That could be cool. I don't know that we have an audience yet, but could be
somebody.
fun.
I just looked. So I'm sorry. I'm laughing.
Go for
at what you were saying, and then I read what Kevin has posted in our Zoom chat window from someone from Discord, some genius from Discord. Quote: "This is the Moths Day episode." Because as we do this, it is Sunday, it is Mother's Day, and this is the Moths Day episode. I think that's.
I'm glad you liked it. I didn't like it. I thought it was lame.
Like it. It is. It's lame.
I think I just hate. I think I just hate our audience. I hate the Discord.
But I have a sweet spot for headlines that are punny if they get it right. Mm-hmm. British tabloids like London papers or English papers, those people are like the Sun or the Star. Some of the headlines on there are just so good. Nobody will care about this because none of you are probably soccer fans like I am. I don't remember if it was World Cup or the Euros or what match it was, but Luis Suarez, I think he's an Argentinian player. They were playing the Italians international team, and the Italians are known as gli azzurri, the Blues, because they always wear blue. Mm-hmm. Whereas the French internationals are called les Bleus, because they also wear blue. And Chelsea's team in England are called the Blues.
The Blue.
Guess what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're sad, probably.
Yes, they always have the blues. Yes, they're. So Luis Suarez bit one of the Italian players, like grabbed his arm and ate it like Kevin Day attacking a calzone. And a delicious olive, tomato, and the other thing, calzone. And he had bitten other players before. This might have been his third offense of biting people. And awesomely, he has crazy fang teeth. He has really like this weird overbite. He looks like the last guy that you'd want to get bit by. Oh, he looks like a mako shark. And he bit a player. I don't know why he does this, because not only are there 20 high-definition cameras in the stadium, everyone else has a camera on their phone. So it was quite well documented of him just going, and like eating a dude's arm like corn on the cob. Damn. And so his name is Luis Suarez, and the Italian team is called the Blues. And in an English tabloid paper, the headline was the picture, the front page was Luis Suarez biting one of gli azzurri, one of the Blues. And I'll never forget this, the headline. And this person, I hope, got a raise and got promoted and is now editing the paper. The headline was Chewy Lewis and the Blues, which is just spectacular. It's great.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And also, you have to be old enough to know who Huey Lewis in the News was. So there's a lot going on there.
That's really good, though.
Yes, we just lost 5,000 listeners for that story.
I was pretty close. I was like, lose, choose, blues or something, but it's so much elevated by Chewy Lewis and the Blues.
But just to call anybody Chewy Lewis because he likes to bite people makes me very happy. I remember
the media works a lot harder over there. Like they're really earning their dinner. Not like also, us.
I think generally they have a little brighter sense of humor than we do. Mm-hmm. I don't think that paper would sell in, let's say, Dallas. We don't have the kind of weird wordplay sense of humor, I think, that you get in the UK.
Yeah. That I think wordplay specifically is something that they have more of an ear to or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or it's less groany. Like how puns are so groany here. It's like if you say a pun, people act like you farted or something. It's like it's untoward.
I forget who said it. Some comic, and I want to say it was a British comic. No, he's one rule in comedy: no puns, no puns, no buns. Which is stupid because that's not even a pun. And yet I still love it. No puns, no puns, no buns. That's I don't know.
I don't get. What is that supposed to mean? No nudity, or is it just a non sequitur?
it asks more questions than it answers for certain. There's some comic, and I don't know his name, and I want to say he's British. English? Is he Irish? I don't know. I don't know where he's from or when he's from. I just know that a friend of mine used to quote him a lot. And this is his level of jokes. It's like, I was walking down the road, and late at night, some drunk was walking down the street, and he was ripping off all the fences off of people's front lawns. I was going to say something. No, he was ripping all the gates off of people's front lawns. I've already fucked it. I was going to say something to him, but I didn't want him to take offense. So like that's his whole act. Then some bloke threw a prawn cocktail at my head, and that was just for starters.
They're good. Like the British people, they know how to do it. I mean, there's a lot of really tacky British humor too that I feel like, in America you'd be like, come on, you guys. But at the same time, there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, when I watch, whenever there's good soccer on, one of my real pleasures during COVID lockdown times has been me, Eric Idle, Jim Pittick, and Lily Idle, Eric's daughter. We watch soccer together, and we text each other as though we're kind of all watching it in the same room. But because everybody in that group is so funny, and Jim funnier than Eric. In terms of if you want to play on words and turn anything into a sexual innuendo, that's what it's about. And so our text thread where you can name your little text group, it's called Ooh, Mrs., which is from Carry On movies, which is like basically. I don't know how long Carry On movies have been going on. They've been carrying on for quite a long time, but it's basically Ooh, Mrs. is kind of like a That's What She Said. Like everything is turned into like, ooh, that's ooh, Mrs.
Right.
Yeah. And it's fantastic because very high level, lowbrow comedy, and it's made me very happy. And I just right before we started, the Idols were asking when my next jab is. So I think. Maybe within 2 weeks, I get to go hang out with people again and go do a sing along with Eric and sing music and have a good time. It's very exciting.
Could be fun.
Where would you go, Spencer? If like you said that, I never thought of you as much of a wanderlusty globetrotter kind of dude. But like, where if you could go poof the moment you were fully vaccinated, where would you be? Where would you travel to?
I mean, I don't know.
You said Nashville.
Yeah, it's easy to think about the stuff, but then it's like, if you're actually going to do it, I don't know. Because I'm not much of a traveling guy. I don't like traveling that much. I don't plan, and like it's hard to travel without like, having some idea of what you're going to do. But I really have been like wanting to go places to get food and stuff. So I think it could be cool to go to Nashville. There's, various foods that out there that I wanted to try. And then also Chicago is just a crazy food place, So I think I've been missing like some Chicago food. I mean, who even knows if the places I've been thinking about are still alive or whatever? But those are the two places I was kind of thinking about, and this is just truly just for food because I think like to the extent that I can plan a trip, like I can be all like, oh, I'd like to go to this city, and then maybe I'll go here, and then the next day I could go here, and then it's like okay, but I mean, I'm sure if I did it, I'd be like, this was a terrible idea. I can't be doing this, but that's kind of what I've been thinking.
If you go to Tennessee. I was really surprised how much I loved Memphis. I had a really good 2 days in Memphis, Tennessee. The food is fantastic. I mean, being a vegetarian is a little rough there, but
sure.
Also you can gain 3 million pounds at breakfast there. It's because it's biscuits, and the food in Memphis knocked me out. The people there were fantastic. I went down Beale Street and listened to some music, and like there was just a house band on a Thursday night, and I asked the bouncer, I'm like, how's the band here tonight? It's like, it's one of the best bands you'll ever see, and he was not joking. I was, because it's kind of cheesy. It's kind of like almost like the Universal City Walk. It's like they know it's like the famous street where all the music happened,
right?
And it still happens. So it's a little cheese ball. However, they fucking rock it. And also, is it Broadway? The main drag in Nashville, where all the old honky tonks are. It's great. There's a place that I go to. I think it's Roberts in Nashville. And if I'm getting this wrong, I apologize to our Nashies out there. there, you walk on the left. There is cowboy boots for sale, and on the right is a greasy spoon kind of diner flat top grill, and they make a grilled cheese and crinkle cut fries, and it comes in the plastic basket with the wax paper. It's so good. And it's a little tiny stage up by the window. And on a Tuesday afternoon when there's nobody in there, the bands are always good. Like, if not great, very good. Mm-hmm. Because you kind of have to be to get on stage there. And so...
there's like a lot of stages, but there's like way more people that want to go up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
the best
friend,
grilled... Oh, go ahead.
No. You take it.
The best grilled cheese I ever had was at a place in Chicago called Cheesy's. You ever been to Cheesy's, Kevin? You're muted, bro.
You're muted, we think.
You calzone.
I don't think I've heard of it before.
Cheesy's.
It's like a bar, but it's almost, I don't know. I'm sure Chicago has a lot of these where it's like a bar, but it's like so foodie that it's like a restaurant too. It was a cool place.
Well, why don't we take an ad break? First, let's do Spencer's got an ad read for Cheesy's of Chicago, and then we'll go into some other commercials for your commercial-loving entertainment.
Is cheese not cheese enough for you? Well, have I got the cheese for you? It's the cheesiest cheese, if you please, down here at Cheesy's. Cheesy's, we got the cheese. Geez Louise, we got the cheese.
Fantastic. And we're back. Yeah, when we would travel to do comedy shows with the Who's Line guys, the Who's Live Anyway group, and you have one night in Chicago, or meaning you'll get to wake up and have lunch in Chicago before you leave, or you go into San Francisco or New York, and you've only got like time to maybe have 2 meals in a town with great food. That's where my anxiety starts to kick in, because I freak out, because like if you have to have one lunch in Chicago, where do you go? How about you, Kevin? What's like if you had like what's your desert island last meal in Chicago, or first meal in Chicago?
Oh, Captain Nemo's. The best sandwich shop I've ever been to. They have the best split pea soup ever. It's amazing. Yeah, Captain Nemo's.
Are you vegetarian, or are you just vegetarian calzone in it tonight?
Mostly vegetarian. I was for probably 20 years fully vegetarian, and then I had a dietitian tell me, you're the most unhealthy vegetarian I've ever seen. Stop it. You're just eating junk food. So I've broken from that a little bit, but mostly vegetarian, yes.
Nice. Spencer, if Spencer would go to Cheesy's, I don't even know where I would go first in Chicago. I don't even know. I'm having a panic attack right now trying to think of where I would go. There's an Italian restaurant, and this is going to go nowhere, because I don't remember where it was in town. I think it was west, rather. East, you're in the fucking lake. It was west, pretty far, and it was an Italian restaurant, and there's a lot of old pictures of old customers on the walls, and next to it is a dive bar that's almost like drawing room level crappiness, but goodness. And I want to say something called like maybe Michael's or something like that. I don't know. Everybody was smoking. I was alone, walked in a suit, and everybody heckled me. Like, oh, look at this guy. Like everybody was on my dick. like so many moths. But then like, oh, and you leave there just reeking of smoke, and then behind the bar, awesomely, no smoking, big sign. Everybody there was smoking. I was being hit on by like cougar might be too friendly a term for this gaggle of gals. They were what's slightly older than cougar. They were snow leopards. I don't know what they were. They were a bunch of gals that were having a girls' night out, and they were drinking and swearing and smoking. And then they decided that they liked my suit, and it was hilarious. And other people were just like flicking ice cubes at me. God, I wish I could remember the name of this neighborhood. That's the place I would go. I'm sure if I looked it up and just typed in eggplant parmesan and cougars, Yelp would triangulate that for me.
Try the cougars.
I want to go. I was just thinking about this. It's funny you should ask, Spencer. Like I was thinking, the moment that I'm fully vaccinated, I am going somewhere, and I'm going somewhere alone. I'm going to do my favorite thing in the world is travel by myself. And I think I might just go to like very rural southern France or Italy or something like that. Like just go out like countryside and just chill. Like go to a part of Italy I've never been to before and just like watch the sunset and hear another language and eat ridiculous food and drink myself to death and fall in love with a young gay boy and kill myself on the beach like Dirk Bogarde in Death in Venice. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fall in love with a young Hungarian boy at a hotel in Venice, and then I'm going to lose my mind, go through a midlife crisis, nervous breakdown, dye my hair like Rudy Giuliani and have it drip down the side of my cheek, and then have a heart attack alone on a beach. That's the plan.
Remember Rudy Giuliani?
Dude.
Remember when we had to care about this stuff? I mean, I guess we didn't have to care about it, but it was hard not to.
He certainly made you think about it.
The news was so in your face back then. Back then, in the olden days, it was just like you couldn't not like it, and it was also upsetting on so many levels. But it was so many different emotions. You know, it was like anger, outrage, horror. Yeah. You know, stupidity, like secondhand embarrassment for the world.
And the daily feedback of bullshit was so constant, so absolutely expected that you were just inured to it. It's like nothing matters. The fact that Rudy Giuliani, or Giuliani as Proops calls him, and
got him.
The fact that he would just say this flagrant nonsense bullshit, fucking race baiting, freak out, like dementia shit, and then his face started leaking paint. It's like wouldn't that 20 years ago, your career would have been over for any single day of that presidency. Any involvement with one single one of those major or minor blunders, scandals, you would be done.
It's so crazy. And think about like Dan Quayle or whatever, you know, he like with the potato thing, and that was just it for him.
No, he's like Albert Schweitzer compared to the fucking Trump presidency. and then Dukakis stuck his head out of a tank and looked silly with a helmet on. And it's like, oh, you can't be president. Yeah. You made a boo-boo.
You broke the rules of decorum.
You weren't hot like fucking Donald Josephine Trump. Because thank God, the only thing Trump has going for him, he is just dead sexy. And if he hadn't been so just hubba Fabio level hot, he would never have made it through 4 years, I don't think.
Yeah, no, that's undeniable. I think we can, you know, no matter what you think about our former president, you must agree that he was sexy.
No, you want all of that. You and also, I don't mind that he's a little on the heavy side, because the more Trump, the better the pump.
Yeah, you need all that. The more Trump, the better the pump.
That's not going to be our episode title. I
had the same thought. I was like, I kind of could, but no, it's not gonna.
I am going to have some Fernet Branca. Fernet Branca, the brownest of the brown and the saddest of the sad. Each morning, my splash page, when I turn my computer on, before I get into some very serious Asian porn, my splash page is Reuters, because they're boring. I don't want tantalizing headlines of teasers, and I don't want to know that Chewy Lewis and the Blues is happening. I want boring stuff about the Federal Reserve and like actual news.
Asian porn. I don't know why that comes so.
And Spencer, whatever you're imagining when I say Asian porn, you're wrong.
It's not serious enough. It's much more serious.
Serious is a good way to put it.
Man, this is why you're an improv genius.
I don't even know if I enjoy it. It's so serious. It borders on the moribund. So. Kevin, type in moribund Asian porn. If anything comes up, the show is over and I'm going straight toward it. It's never occurred to me.
Kevin's on the case.
I don't know that the word moribund and porn should ever be that closely associated.
Moribund minx. Like it takes care of serious business or something, like all porn titles are crazy, like on the
moribund. I don't know. Anything, Kevin? Nothing comes up? Because it's not
there is a bit. Yes.
Okay. So I would say clear that URL right away if it's not already scooped up. Anyway, I was saying that before I go to my my serious deep dives into Asian porn, Reuters will come up, and today or yesterday, the opening splash page was a big picture of Trump's awful face, and you get that little flutter in your heart, like, oh, they got him, he's going to jail, or something like, or he finally did something so amazingly bad. But it never is. It's just liberals trying to get us tax returns, which I think that,
that ship's maybe sailed.
We shall see.
Yeah, he got banned from Facebook permanently. Facebook decided not to undo his ban, apparently. Mm-hmm. So there's something.
Yeah. I've permanently banned myself from Facebook. I only keep Facebook around so in case I meet somebody that's cute at a restaurant or a bar, I can see if they're actually cute later on, and like, but then I always forget how to spell their first name, and then I'm just then I just hate it, and then I'll see that I still have one or two people in my family that are Trump supporters, and they have an eagle with a teardrop in its eye, because Trump didn't make it again.
Man, those eagles are sad. But they really, Facebook really is, it still is a useful tool for, reasons like that. Like, sometimes they have contact information or they're the only way to contact certain people because, everyone has one. It almost functions as, a weird phone book, But it sucks because it's so ingrained in that, it's because everyone's on it that it still has, usefulness. Yeah. But anytime I go there, I just open it and immediately close it. And then it's
yeah, okay. Same. And it also cuts into my moribund Asian porn.
Sure.
How about just moribunds? Asian moribunds.
No puns. Moribunds.
Moribunds. Yes. Moribunds, the better. The moribunds, the merrier.
Yeah.
Look, we have 30 minutes remaining of the show. We have 30 minutes to get our Asian porn website up and running. Kevin, yeah. I can see, if you're not watching, Kevin is fast at work at the keyboard, clearing URLs and getting domains and stuff like that.
It's an untapped market, but there's a big demand. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
And when I say Asian porn, you're imagining. I mean, maybe I don't know what you're imagining. You're probably imagining whatever tickles your fancy, but I'm not even saying there's Asians in the porn. It could just be Asian funded porn, Asian production companies. It could.
Yeah. You wouldn't even be able to tell if it weren't for those weird, glitchy censor bars, Oh, Asians love censors on
what is that about? They don't let you see a dick or a pussy. They don't like it, but they love their porn.
Right. It's such a weird contrast.
It's like, what a weird threshold to go, hey, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah. The actual thing we're doing?
Yes. We invented bukkake, but we're not going to show you a dick.
No.
Because that would be insensitive.
Right. I'm sure there's a logic to it, but it just, I wonder what that, I don't have any, I don't know what it is, but, I would be curious as to, why, what the actual specific thinking is.
Maybe it's a state, law, it's a countrywide, sure. Censorship thing, but, their movies are so violent. Korean films, Japanese, ultra violence films, really violent and good fun because it's way over the top. But yeah, the whole pixelated weenies thing. It's like it just seems like low self-esteem.
Maybe that's what it is. It's a cover up.
Literally. Yeah.
Man.
I just think there's so many other things to censor and pixelate than people having sex. I don't get it.
Yeah, for sure.
But as we're talking about this is not what we're talking about right now is not the sort of Asian porn that I am into. It's very different. It's highly specific and very unpixelated.
Mm-hmm. But extremely serious.
Very serious. It's just old Asian men crying on women's feet.
And someone's like reading the news.
Yeah.
In Chinese.
Yeah.
The Financial Times.
Yeah. Oh boy. Here's to I need a drink. I don't know about you guys. It's I would say it's been a long day, but I really didn't do anything but watch soccer and nap. So, but
yeah. Fernet Branca, brought to you by Dallas Aforethought. He's a new man on the scene, and he's got to be mean.
Dallas Aforethought.
Dallas Aforethought.
Because you ever think of a funny tweet, like a funny pun, and you want to tweet it? Like you got a great play on words of something topical? Mm-hmm. Because I'm a dork and I think in wordplay and puns too much, I will drunkenly write in a tweet and think, okay, this is the best tweet of the year. It's going to go viral. I'm a hero. Then right before I send it, I'll put it in quotes, Google it, and you found out that that joke is as old as Twitter itself. It's been like Jim Gaffigan did it in 1998.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. When that happens, hey, that happens. Everybody drink. I will instead, I'll just retweet a bunch of people making that same joke, and because usually the ones I think of, like, I don't think they're genius. I think this is so stupid. And then I'm like, I wonder if someone saw it. And then they did. And so or I'll just take a picture of the search page and then, retweet the picture with all the responses or riffs on it.
I think I've saved. I'm not going to look it up. That's boring. But I think I've saved tweet drafts in my notes on my phone, and it's all puns that were so completely well-tilled soil before I thought of it. Like it was really like I thought I invented. I'm going to open up a Mexican restaurant called Jalapeno Grill.
Yeah,
and I thought, God damn it, I'm a fucking genius. And then guess what? There are restaurants that are really been around for a long time called Jalapeno Grill, and I think they're older than people talking about getting all up in your grill. I think it's just also just a decent name for a Mexican restaurant.
It is a good name. I think it works. It works in all sorts of levels. Oh, that reminds me. Like I had something kind of like that, but Elon Musk tweeted, "I'm a low key." And I tweeted that like 2 years before, and I was like, "This is stupid" when I tweeted it. But I don't, it's hard to read tone. But my reading of his tone was, "I'm a fucking genius, meme lord master," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm 2 years ahead of you," and I shat that out. I didn't look back, motherfucker.
Yeah, as Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching, the master does his work and walks away from it. That's so. Elon Musk is like pumping himself. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it, but I read an article about him making a dick out of himself again, and he was on SNL. Why would you have him as a host on that show? That makes me sad. You're a comedy show. Why are you glorifying egomaniacs?
Yeah, I just I don't like SNL. I don't think I don't have any of the reverence that anyone else does. I think it should go off the air. I think it should stop existing. But I think people get mad when you say you don't like SNL also. So, but yeah, he's bad.
I don't know. He's just. Well, he admitted apparently in his monologue that he has Asperger's.
I don't buy that. I think he's running cover for himself for just being a huge asshole. I know that's like really, it's really bad to like say, oh, you're just making up whatever, issues you have to someone. But I'm kind of comfortable taking that stance on him.
Yeah. I mean, Look, he said he was the first host to have had Asperger's, but that's not true because Dan Aykroyd had Asperger's and he hosted the show after he was off the cast. Not that I expect him to know that.
Right. Also, I know a good deal, and I've met a lot of Asperger's people, and they talk normal. They don't talk like weird, stupid robots. Like I don't buy that. I don't watch the monologue, so I don't know if he's like, I'm sorry, I sound like this. It's just my Asperger's, or like, oh, I'm sorry, I sound like this. It's just Asperger's, But I've known a lot of Asperger's. They don't always sound super emotive, but they don't sound like aliens pretending to be human.
I've never known one person with Asperger's that sent a red convertible into space with a dummy spaceman in it playing David Bowie for all of eternity.
Yeah, that's a very neurotypical activity.
That is so normie, super normie.
It's fucking normcore.
Hey, we've only got a bit of time remaining. We didn't play any D&D last time because we had the illustrative and illuminating Rob Schraub on. Can we play a little D&D? Because my notes on my last D&D from episode 11 says no D&D. Oh
no! Do you have your notes from the D&D before that? Because I love hearing your D&D notes.
Okay, all right. Yes, you're gonna. This will be as confusing for you as it is for me. Episode 10's D&D notes. Kitty book. BFN. That's B Fungus Ned. Deceptive. 3 dudes show up. 2 dead. Try to leave. Arrow to the 3 dudes. Smugglers. Silk cloth. Caves to the sea. Book, and then $, rock, question mark, smuggler's cavern, right fork, beef dryness Carl. I think I'm caught up.
We can probably skip the recap.
Yes, it was only 2 weeks ago, but that was absolutely right on the money.
There was definitely aspects of that, and I know what happened, but there's definitely aspects of that where I was like, I don't remember that. Like the rock question mark or whatever. It's like, I have no idea. Oh wait, you found a stone. You found some sort of stone.
Wait, no.
That wasn't big enough to hurt someone.
No, it says book. No, rock question mark? Wasn't there? Yeah, there was some sort of stone that might have been worth something, but maybe just not. And then book, money. I don't know what that's about, and I forget who in the God's name beef dryness Carl is.
Yeah.
All right.
Who could forget beef dryness Carl?
Right. Well, refresh all of our memories.
Yeah. Do we got music?
Kevin, can you drop the D&D jams?
Hell yeah. Last time on That Happens, our heroes were in a tight spot. They were fighting and vastly outnumbered by 4 enemies. But they managed to press their luck and pull off an amazing feat. They killed 2 of the guys, sent one of them packing, and were left with an unarmed, flat on his ass, or flat on his stomach with his ass up in the air, I think, Beef Fungus Ned. Whatever Jeff's character's name is, interrogated Beef Fungus Ned and found out that they were smugglers hiding in the house, pretending it was haunted in a Scooby-Doo situation so they can enact their smuggling operations undetected. Being held hostage, Beef Fungus Ned agreed to take them to his leader, and they went through a secret doorway and into a secret cavern. They heard voices, and Beef Fungus Ned said they were about to be outnumbered again. Oh, also, during this process, Big Copper almost died, and he came back to life, and he healed himself, and everything was fine. But he's not so hot, he's not at super high health. But Jeff's character got Beef Fungus Ned to lure over Beef Dryness Carl in some sort of secret ambush situation. But would that work? Now...
Okay, now I remember. So yeah, I kind of threatened. Isn't Beef Fungus Ned like naked, and I'm making him walk in.
He's naked and tied up.
And I told him to call out to his homeboys that are in the cavern, so we could ambush them. Right?
Right. You wanted to get one of them at a time, I think, because you wanted to like pick off their numbers. And
Right.
he said something along the lines of like, "Yo, Beef Dryness Carl, why don't you come on down here and see this cool thing I got after I dispatched the intruders?" Something like that.
So that's how we know Beef Dryness Carl. Beef Fungus Ned is called out to him. So that's
Right.
how we know him. Okay, gotcha. And so just remind me of what are my actual surroundings now. We're like in some kind of cavern corridor kind of thing.
Yeah, so you're in a cavern that has kind of two passageways coming off of it. And one is the passageway you came in, and then one is a passageway that hooks around into another cavern. And that other cavern is where it sounds like the dudes are, like the smugglers are being. So you've lured him from one cavern through kind of like a narrow passage and towards your kind of cavern. That's maybe, what is this? Looks like about 40 feet away. So yeah, you've drawn him about 40, 50 feet away from where the cluster of enemies are, of which Beef Fungus Ned said there's probably about 5 or 6.
Right. And yeah, I mean, we can't really trust Beef Fungus Ned to be of any help, obviously, because he's on their team. And I have a very almost near death big copper, and it's just me.
Yeah, I want to say you're at full health because he healed you, and he's at like 6 or something like that. But he's at 6 health, and you're at full health, as I believe the score.
Okay, great.
And I don't remember how
all right.
that happened, but
So
that happens.
Drink. So he
Sorry.
he's called out to Beef Fungus. To Beef Dryness Carl, and has anybody responded, and is anybody taking that bait? Also, by the way, Spencer, I'm a little disappointed in you. My name is Francisco Fuzzy Knuckles de Quevedo.
Yeah.
You can call me
it
Fuzzy
is.
Knuckles. You can call me
Fuzzy Knuckles. I love that.
Do I have any of those things? What were the little spiky things that you can throw on the ground like that can like
Caltrops.
Do I have caltrops? I don't see it on here.
I don't think you have them.
No, okay.
I'm not sure. I think you
it'll
might
be-
have like a bag of ball bearings. Let me see. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
No, I do. I do have a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, so that's kind of like caltrops, except instead of stabbing feet, you're like slipping and sliding.
Okay, I take a smattering, not the full 1,000, but like I throw like a couple hundred, like a couple big handfuls of ball bearings, and just scatter them down the corridor. Not down the whole way. I lay them at wherever where kind of near where I am, and me and Big Copper are.
Yeah.
I put them like 5 feet in front of me, so their last steps, if they come running, are going to be some Three Stooges bullshit. Hopefully.
Yeah. So the chat has mentioned, and I think they're actually right about this, that you're at like 6 health. Do you have your health listed?
I had it. Oh yeah, I was at 6 health. Correct.
Yeah, I think you're at 6 health and Big Copper's at full health. So I think that's I got it mixed up.
Oh, that's.
But
that's
he could take point.
Yeah, look, I make sure that happens. Drink.
Yeah.
So I scatter. I tell Big Copper, you're a fan of metal. I'm throwing some metal balls. Metal Balls is my cover band, my AC/DC cover band. I throw some ball bearings around, kind of near where we would be, to kind of be in a flanking, ambushing sort of situation.
He goes, "Ooh, baby, you know what I like." So that's fun.
It's always fun. You know what? I think new drinking game. Anytime Big Copper says that's what I like, you have to take a big drink.
That's fair. So, is there any other preparations or anything you want to get figured out before this guy strolls in? I think you've heard him. Well, no, I guess, yeah. I guess you hear the sounds of him like coming down the hall, but it'll take, about 5 to 10 seconds before that'll happen.
I think at some point I had considered, or maybe did gag Bee Fungus Ned, but I want to re-gag him if I can.
Okay.
But didn't I take some of his clothing and take some rope and make a gag, or did I?
Yeah.
Then we wanted him to talk.
Right. You gagged him, then you ungagged him. So he could do the thing.
Now that he's done this, I re-gag him so he can't, blow the whistle on us.
Right. Okay, and I guess you have night vision, right? Because I guess you're in darkness.
I do have night vision.
Yeah, so you're in darkness. And they kind of know the layout of the cave, so I don't think he has a lantern with him, this guy. Let me see. Is he abandoned? Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so...
I got the wrong shader.
What do you have?
Now, where's my night vision on here? I have a combination of Bone Weevil and Fuzzy Knuckles going on here. That's not good.
You have dark vision 60 feet. And, you can always check out your character sheet at That Happens Pod on Instagram. So
no shit.
That's what I've been using.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is. I got it. Dark vision 60 feet. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, I've got my feline agility, and I've got my rapier out, and I'm ready to rock.
All right. So Carl comes in and he's like, "Yo, what up, Ned? You're sure taking your time, considering we're on high alert now that there's intruders in the premises." Ned?
Shit. Okay, I ungag Ned, but I have my rapier like right in his his midriff, and give him a look that says play by the rules and you'll survive.
Does your look have any more specific instructions?
It has the look of a man. It has the look of a man who would kill you as soon as look at you, and also is into very serious Asian porn. And there is a deep, distant sadness somewhere in there that might be disconcerting. But the look is basically like, I whisper to him. I say, "Look, man, just have him get here. I will let you go. You do anything wrong, I will have you like a watermelon. Mm-hmm. I will cleft you in twain."
All right, let's see. Okay, so Carl's like, "Well, where are you? It's kind of dark in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And he slips on the ball bearings and he goes down.
How close is he to me? Or Big Copper?
Okay. So if it's in the mouth of the cave, then based on where I kind of assume you're lined up, you're within 5 feet of him, and Big Copper. Well, you're within 10 feet of him, and Big Copper is within 5 feet because he's taken point.
All right.
And I guess if you want, we can go into combat time.
I'm assuming that Big Copper is hip enough that we're both... This plan that we're enacting is we're trying to lure these guys out and pick them off one by one. So
right.
If Big Copper is closer, I would certainly give him the thumbs up and say, go to town on this guy. But whatever the quietest method of dispatching could be.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Big Copper, he whips out his hand, and the hand part whips back as if on a hinge, revealing a little spout that sprays a little poison gas, and he just smashes it into Carl's face, breaking a few teeth, and then he just blasts a puff of poison into his face, and it hits. Well, he fails a save rather, but what is the damage that it does? It does 6 poison damage to him, so he is not looking so hot. You can tell in your dark vision. So now what do you do?
Rapier. Is he prone? Is he on the ground?
Yeah, he's on his back.
I'm assuming I'll get some sneak attack action on this one because he doesn't know I'm there.
Yeah, you got sneak attack for sure.
Okay, I take a rapier and just go Matador style coup de grace, plunge it down into his ribcage towards his heart.
Right between his shoulders.
That was a 1. Motherfucker.
I think you get advantage since it's on, since he's being flanked or something. Certainly you get advantage for him being either flanked or on his back.
God damn. I'm changing dice. That die is just garbage. Okay, that never happened. That, drink!
Oh, no. Or don't drink, maybe. Because that
drink.
Never happened.
Yeah, barf. Okay, what does it? What does advantage mean? I mean, I get like an extra little.
So advantage means you roll twice and you take the better.
Okay, 12, and then I add what?
I think 6. You add your attack bonus, which should be listed in your attacks in the middle sheet. See, it says rapier plus 6.
Yeah. So a total of 18, and I get 1d8 plus 4.
And then you also get, I think 2d6 sneak attack or 1d6. 1d6, yeah. So 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d6.
So do I roll a d4, or is it just a 1d6 or 1d8 plus 4?
Yeah, it's just straight plus 4. It's not a d4.
Okay, so that's 13 damage then, plus my sneak attack or whatever you said.
All right, you stab him right in the heart. He's dead. He quietly bleeds out.
Because I know that we can't be loud, and I love a final word. Right as I see the light goes out of his eyes, I just lean down and go, sleep.
You see his eyes close as the light dims from them. The very little light.
Do I see that it registers that like not only that he knows he's dying, but I kind of hurt his feelings by just like putting a little icing on top of the cupcake, or is he just too busy dying?
His expression was more like, actually, that seems like a good idea. I could go for some sleep right now.
Okay, well, good. Then that was my good deed for the day.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. All right.
What's his face? Ned goes, "Wow, Carl, you really look sick."
Wait, to Carl?
Yeah.
The one I just killed?
Yeah. He goes, "Wow, Carl, you really look sick."
I look at Beef Fungus Ned confusedly and like, why are you talking to a dead person?
He's waggling his eyebrows at you and nodding.
So gotcha. So he's still trying to play ball and help other people come out?
It seems so.
I waggle my eyebrows back at Beef Fungus Ned, and it's like I can't believe that his improv chops are that sharp, and he's still playing along. I said, I whispered to Beef Fungus Ned, say like, hey, whoever you think would be the best person to help somebody who's not feeling well among the remaining guys, have him come out and have a look at Carl.
Oh, you must be talking about Chicken Moistness Chuck.
Jesus Christ. Chicken. I'm writing this down because it'll be funny next time. Moistness Chuck.
Yeah.
I have him try to lure Chicken Moistness Chuck out, and while he's doing that, I go back and kind of re-center my ball bearings, put those back in play, and then drag Carl out of view, like back into behind us.
Okay, that happens.
Drink.
So, beef.
I was gonna drink anyway, but still.
Yeah, fair enough. Chicken Moistness Chuck is like. Wait. You didn't call him, right? You told what's his face to call him?
I told Ned to call him.
Yeah. Ned's like, "Yo, Chuck, I think it looks like he's really not doing so hot. He just started throwing up all over the place. Can you get in here?" And Chuck's like, God dang it. We're on high alert, Ned. I'll be right there." So he starts coming. Do you have any other preparations that you want to take?
I look at Big Copper and say, "Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's just keep doing what we do." How much? Big Copper, how many times can you use that poison spray?
Oh, that one's a cantrip, baby. I could do that whenever.
All right, let's just laissez le bon temps rouler, as they say. Let's let the good times roll.
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Or roulette.
So, yeah, close enough.
Sounds good.
All right. Just from your accent, I thought you would have been a little bit more familiar with Louisiana kind of catchphrases.
Ooh, no.
All right.
So Chuck comes strolling up, and he's like, "God damn it, it's so dark in here. Hold on." And he lights a torch. You can hear him lighting a torch.
Shit.
So, he doesn't see the ball bearings. And he slips on the ball bearings. So he comes skidding in and lands on Carl's corpse.
Okay. Hey, Big Copper, do your thing, baby.
All right. He does his thing. Oh yeah, he hits again. I see.
Yes.
The dice I'm rolling is also rolling really low, but for our purposes, that's actually good. He only does 3 poison damage to him, so that's something.
Okay. But he's on his ass, and he's a little hurt from poison.
Yeah, and he goes like "Rah!" before he gets his mouth stuffed with metal arm.
I take the rapier again and go and do a vertical stab down at him.
Okay.
And that's 14.
That'll hit. Was that 14 with the bonus?
Yes.
Okay. 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 4.
1d8 plus 1d6. 1d8. Where's my 8? There you are. 1d8 plus 1d6, so 13 total.
Oh, that just kills him. You don't hit him in the heart.
But it only just kills him.
Yeah, you just barely take him to 0 hit points.
Well, can I... He's dead, though.
Oh, he's dying, and he's like, "Whoa! Oh, no!"
I strangle him. I choke him out. I finish the job. No loose ends.
Roll to see if you can choke him faster than he could yell. No.
Do I add any attack bonus to that, or just what I've rolled?
Add dex bonus.
Where are you? Dex bonus. 14.
All right, yeah. You cut off his guttural squeal, and you can see the life drain from his eyes.
And I go, sleep.
Get choked.
Get choked.
Asphyxiate. Okay, so yeah, that goes down, and B Fungus is like, "Oh, Carl! Oh no! I mean Chuck. Chuck is who I mean." And then he goes like, "That's got to be. There's probably only like 3 or 4 of them left."
I mean, we're running short on time. The pragmatist in me, even though I'm a swashbuckling, daring-do sort of fellow, I think we just keep trying the same stuff over and over. But I don't want to bore the audience to death. So I'm just going to declare... Well, how about this? Ned, call out... we drag the 2 bodies away so they can't be seen. I replace the ball bearings. And... Ned, how many more people are in there? 3, he thinks?
Yeah, he thinks 3 or 4.
Okay. Fuck. Is it boring to just keep doing the same thing? Because there's a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote thing happening here that seems to be paying off. Mm-hmm. So I say, no, fuck it. Now I think we're ready to go. I say... call 2 of them out and just say, "Hey, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's some carbon dioxide situation going on in here. 2 of these guys they don't look good. They've passed out. Come help me carry them back into the cavern."
All right. He says, "Yo, Barry. Yo, Blackjack. We got some sick dudes. They collapsed. I think we should maybe haul them back to the boat." And then you hear some guttural sounds. What languages do you speak? I don't think you speak this language.
I see common and Dwarvish.
Yeah, you hear some words that seem maybe possibly to have been borrow words from Dwarven, but they sound low, kind of like monstrous voices. And Ned's like,
do I have thieves' cant? Or is that
you do
a
have
language?
thieves' cant. Yeah, but it's like it's kind of like a code language that thieves speak. It's like it's a way for thieves to talk to each other secretly for thief operations.
That's not what they're doing.
No, they're not. But they seem kind of like non-human voices, like monster voices or something. And Ned's like, "Oh, that's one of the hobgoblins. I don't think the guys are here. They might have gone back to the boat or something."
So there's just a hobgoblin in there?
I don't know what. There's always, there's also the leader, San Belay.
Sam?
San Belay. It's French or some shit. Now I talk like Hank Hill, I've decided. I'm Beef Fungus Ned.
Okay. Well, let's go fuck up with this hobgoblin. Let's get him.
Okay.
Ned, do you know this hobgoblin by name? Are you palsy walsy, or is he? What's his relationship to you?
I don't know their real names, but they go by Rock and Brock.
Rock and Brock. All right. I need a new sheet of paper here. Call for Rock to come out here and carry these two bodies back in, and we're gonna sneak attack him again.
He goes, "Okay, but it might not, they're not so friendly or good at English." He goes, "Hey, Rock or Brock, why don't you come over here and help me with these passed out guys?" But nothing happens. You hear the sound of steel swinging as if weapons are being drawn.
That's music to this tabaxi swashbuckler's ears, Spencer. I throw a few more ball bearings out there. Tell Big Copper to get ready with whatever can he still shoot the coins out of his hand, the metal discs?
Nah, he's out of spell. The only spell he can cast two spells, as many times as possible. And one of them is the poison spray, and the other one is Mage Hand, which lets you telekinetically levitate very small objects.
If he sprays down into the corridor that they're coming through, would that deal any damage, or would he have to get really close to them to deal poison damage on them?
You have to be within 10 feet, and you have to have a direct line. You couldn't.
Okay.
And it dissipates after a pretty short amount of time, so you couldn't just cast it over and over and inundate a space with poison.
All right. Well, I say to Big Copper, let's get in, sneak attack, flanking, like hiding along the edge of the room that we're in. Ball bearings. Hope they trip, and when they come in here, we just go fucking hell for leather on them. We just start go cactus bunch on them.
All right. So you set up, and you wait, and nothing happens, and nothing happens, and nothing's happening.
Okay, I pick up all my ball bearings and put them away. I want those for later.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, it seems like they don't want to necessarily go in here.
Right. So they're playing defense in their cavern. Seems like.
Yeah.
All right. We're late on time. I'm just going to call a cliffhanger because we're about to go in and fight two hobgoblins. We think into a secret dungeon, and that sounds like a good way to start the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin Day. Thank you, Happuccinos. Thanks to Rob Schraub and all of you at Schraub Home Video, and Callie and Dave Hartman and all the rest. Who's on next, Kevin?
Up next is Dave Hartman. Draw with me.
God, that guy's talented. If you're not familiar with Dave, and I'm sure most of you are, that dude he's good fun. Thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to finishing these hobgoblins off next time, Spencer. Maybe let's get to the D&D a little earlier, and I won't just bore the audience to death about my moth-eaten ass.
Yeah, I mean, I never know what to say, so I like the idea of doing more D&D because then it's like I don't have to be, any good.
I'm pretty excited about reading today's notes recap next week because wow. All right,
it's my new favorite segment.
All right, that happens. Happuccinos. We love you. I've been Jeff Davis. Spencer has been Spencer. Kevin will continue to be Kevin. We'll see you on the flip flop. Be good. Drive fast. Take chances. All that jazz.
Go with God.